Welcome back to season 2 of the Living Flip. I know it's been a while. We've been doing some work on the inside. I moved over the summer. We've been away from the house for a while. So we're getting back into it now that summer is over and sweatshirt season has returned to New Jersey. And one of the things I said when we first looked at this house was this lawn was awful. And it still is awful. We're gonna do a little bit of work to make it a little less awful this year. We're going to do a partial renovation on this area over here. You can see we've already killed off the grass. Today we're going to mow and seed and dethatch it and fertilize it and hope for the best. And I think that's going to come out really nice. And then eventually, hopefully, it'll inspire Josh to want to do the rest of the yard at some point. But we'll probably do it in sections because it's such a big yard. So that's what we have coming up for you today on The Living Flip.
Once upon a time, a boy met a girl working for a mouse. They fell in love and realized they'd never own their own home working for the mouse. So they packed up a big truck and moved to New Jersey, lived in a basement to save money for a year, and bought a foreclosure to fix up while they lived there. This is their story.
So last year I said this lawn needed some work and we didn't have the time to do it last fall. So we are here today. We're going to spray these weeds, kill this side of the house off, and just reseed it. So we've got what looks like some Creeping Charlie in here. And this, I don't know what this is. This could be bent grass. I'm not really sure what it is. But hopefully glyphosate will kill it. All right, let's go mix her up. 6 ounces per gallon. Look how smart I am. I write that on there. 2 gallons we're making. But spray it into the side rather than right down into the water. Otherwise,
that's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah. Now the foam's gonna come out.
I know.
Shake it up.
Shake it?
Yes. Gotta mix it. Okay, good. All right. Go. Now you want to follow a grid pattern. Start like...
Yeah, I'm going to start up at the top.
Yeah, fine. I'll let you do it. Whatever you spray will die.
Yep.
Hopefully. How awesome that pool was this summer. And the deck. Lots of potties. So you'll do 2 coats. You'll do one in this direction and then you'll turn 90 degrees and do it again. Because you're going to have plenty there. That 2 gallons is going to cover this area. Should anyway. Now the backyard behind the pool isn't too bad, especially from a distance. It's certainly got weeds in it, but it's not that bad. So we're letting that one go. The front yard would probably be the next one to do, but they're talking about getting those stumps taken out. So this made the most sense because this was practically no grass. It was all weeds. And so we zorched it with glyphosate a couple of weeks ago. And last week we mowed it really short. And this week we're gonna get to the seed.
That works.
Yeah, much better than cutting it. Did you guys ever talk about what you want to do back here? Yeah, we're not going to seed that now, that's for sure. I mean, some seed's going to get up there, but not a lot. It's got stone underneath it. It was really overtaken by weeds this year.
It's something at one point, but it's a weird design, like it's a weird shape.
Yeah, it's definitely, it was a garden at some point, but it was neglected. Like everything else in the house. All right, so this thing is called a scarifier. I've always called it a power rake, but I guess in other parts of the world they call it a scarifier, but I don't know. But anyway, what it has is it's got this blade on the bottom that just spins around and it pulls up dead grass. I mean, we killed off this area, so it's really going to help loosen up some of this junk and the weeds, and it'll rough up the soil, make it better for the seeds. So I just used it on my own too, and it works really well. So just plug it in and let's give it a try. All right, Josh, I got a little note here for you from a friend of mine.
Hey Josh, it's Pete with GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day, man. And look, I want to congratulate you on your new home. I know you're going to have fun with it. Get out there in the yard. I know sometimes it seems like a chore, but once you get hooked, man, you mow those stripes in the yard and you get to go out there barefooted and walk around on that turf, man, it ain't nothing in the world like it. I'm telling you, you'll be hooked from here on out. Say, I hear you and Julie's getting married. First of all, you take care of that girl. You understand? You love your wife like Christ loves the church. And look, I want to make sure you know this, that you put God first in your marriage, and he will absolutely bless that thing beyond anything you can imagine. So look, I'm headed in. I just finished my last yard. I like lawn care so much, I do it for a living. So get out there in the yard, enjoy that grass seed. I'll check you later.
Thank you, Pete.
Very cool. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate it.
All right, so go ahead and open that up. Wow, that's a huge bag.
It's a big bag.
Holy cow. That's enough to do your whole lawn. Let's see how much it is. Tip it over, tip it over, tip it over. 50 pounds, wow. Sweet.
50 pounds.
This is gonna be enough for you to do for a while. All right, so there's really like, I don't know, just a few steps to seeding. The first step is the preparation, which you've already done. Now, a lot of times you don't have to go to this trouble, but you had a bad lawn here, so we zorched the whole thing and started fresh. So we're putting on the seed fairly heavy. We put it out of 5 on this Scott spreader. Put the edge guard on and do an edge pass around the whole spot, and then we'll open it up and put the rest of it down.
Okay.
All right. Give it a go. What I really suggest is just take off the gloves, just get your hands right in the seed, and just kind of sprinkle it wherever you want it to grow. It feels cool in your hands. I like spreading my hand, and then you can just kind of take it in the middle and that's Mother Nature right there in your hands. All right, this looks good. And I would say we'll just take the rest of it and we'll put it out over on the other side again till it's gone.
Cool.
All right, the next step is starter fertilizer. Now, starter fertilizer is just like regular fertilizer, except it has high phosphate. Actually, you know what? We will use the whole thing because we'll put it on areas that are really hurting. Sure. You can't throw that by hand, so you gotta spread it the best you can. Don't worry about the edge guard. Just do it and we'll blow. All right, we also got this bag of Turf Builder Winter Guard, which Josh will put down in maybe 3 or 4 weeks after this grass is growing in nicely and he's ready to put the grass to sleep for the winter. All right, so now we want to embed the seed into the soil, and you could do that a number of ways. In this small area, you've got one of these here garden weasels. This used to be Julie's grandfather's. So all you got to do is kind of just do this, and it'll very gently, because the soil was already loosened, you just got to embed the seed into the soil and it'll come out perfectly. And it'll hold it from washing away too. All right, that is the last ingredient for seeding. From the moment you get it wet, it's gonna start changing and growing, so you don't want it to be dry. So you gotta keep it wet. Just a little bit, get the whole thing saturated. Just don't want to start the dirt running down the hill. And this spot, unfortunately, is a little too small for a sprinkler, but the other spot is too big to do by hand, so you're going to have to use a sprinkler. Look, you're a manual sprinkler. You got to make that sound.